welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve, and in my hands I have the brand new F07-S UH-1 Huey GPS rescue version designed for beginners. It comes in a ready-to-fly kit. Everything works right out of the box. Now in this review, I'm going to show you a pile of stuff, probably a lot more than any other reviewer will show you. And I'm going to show you it pretty quick and fast and concise, so you're going to love this review. So I'm going to show you this flying in GPS mode, which is totally designed for beginners. Then I'll show you it flying in manual mode, which beginners can still fly, but it takes a little bit of skill. Then I'll show you it flying in autonomous mode, where it does a circle or a figure 8. Then I'll show you how the return to home works. If there's ever a problem with this thing, it goes into return to home mode, comes back and lands where it took off. Then I'll show you the crazy inverted flying mode. Yes, you can push a few buttons and you can fly this inverted. Then I'll attach an FPV camera down here, and I'll fly it with my FPV goggles to show you how good the FPV is. And then finally, I'll show you what comes in this box back here. You get this beautiful carry case. So you're going to see all that now, and then after you watch all that, come on back to me and I'll tell you about all the specs on this baby and the positives and negatives, and here we go. All right, this is the outdoor flight. Here we go. First things first, power on our radio. There we go, it's powered on. Make sure your switches are set correctly. So this one, it doesn't really matter where you have the switch, it just sits in the middle. Put this one on auto. This one over here, make sure it's on lock, and leave this one on GPS, and you're all good. Next, take our heli and turn on the battery. Press once and hold it in a second time. There we go. And you'll know it's working because you get all those beeps, and there's a lot of flies out here, and the headlight is on. Put your little heli down so it can capture the GPS signal coming from the satellites in the sky. Take anything metal and move it away from your heli. Now the great thing with this helicopter is that it can fly without GPS. So if you don't have a GPS lock, it just won't sit still in the air. It'll move around side to side or blow with the wind, but you can still control it. This morning is not the greatest morning to film because, as you can see if you look behind me or around me, it's pretty smoky. We have forest fires in my province and there's smoke. I can taste it in my mouth. It's all over the place. Also, for some reason, there is 1 billion mosquitoes all around me. So it's kind of irritating to film with mosquitoes around you. And if you look in this camera, you can see I'm standing here, and you may or may not see it, but over here, maybe my hat cam picks it up. Right over here, this is the DJI Mini 4 Pro circling me. I've got it on automatic circle mode, so it will just keep filming me. Let's fly. If I look at my display down here, you probably can't see it, but it says I have 13 satellites, so I'm ready to fly. So to fly, you want to unlock the motors, unlock. And now let's pull these joysticks down and out. Spin it up. Goes up very nice, and there we are. I'll bring it down to a level that my Mini won't hit it. Sensors on the bottom should be looking at the ground and keeping it in position along with the GPS. It moves around in the air. There's a little bit of bouncing going on, and that is because, well, it's windy out here as well. Did I mention we also have wind? So yeah, there's wind. Hey Mini, you're over there. So yeah, there's wind and it rocks it around, and that's what you get. You can still fly it pretty nice, so here we go. I'll fly it this way. Come at me, go right by me here. You can fly it very slow. It does look pretty cool. It's very detailed, it looks very nice in the air. I'm in GPS mode, so it's very secure. And if we want to see what that headlight looks like, I'll just bring it up so I can look into it. Well, actually, let me go over down a little bit and this way, so that you can see it and I'm not staring in the sun. There we are, that should be good. All right, so the first thing I want to show you is the max speed. It's right here. I'm gonna go max speed forward. Get out of the way, and there she goes. So I'm gonna come back, max speed this way. There we go. That's in GPS mode. So right here on your remote, you have a little button down here called high and low speed. So I'm gonna press it once. 2 beeps. Do I go any faster? So let's go full speed right by me. Yeah, it is faster actually. So that works nicely. Okay, so it's just fun to fly it around manually. I'm flying it low. It's kind of dangerous to fly these low and manually and spin around. I'm gonna hit one of my cameras down there. But yeah, it's doing quite well. All right, so it does have autonomous modes on it, and I'll show you those really quick. Okay, I'm gonna put you up in the air so it's above the Mini, and I'm gonna hit the circle mode, which is do a big circle. So here we go. There's circle mode. It's going to do a circle. It's gonna turn around and do a circle with the nose pointing inward, and here we go. It should be above my Mini, so we're safe. And there it spins around, and around we go. Going around, going around, going around. Nicely done. And I'm going to hit this switch, push it up to stop it. And she stops. And we're going to do a figure 8 mode automatic. So I'll just put it sideways like this, keep it up in the air. And up here I'm going to press the switch for figure 8. Here we go. Now, figure 8 mode. She goes up, and it's going to be above my Mini, and it's going to do a big figure 8. So there we go, going around. It's coming back, and when it gets to the Mini, it's going to go the opposite direction, like this. Woo! Oh, I'm in the sun. There we go. So that's autonomous mode. No need to touch any dials, but I'm going to hit stop. Over here you have a switch for sensor. I'll push it up. There we go, no GPS. I'm flying it in a type of manual mode. There's no GPS, there's only the bottom sensor, and the bottom sensor only works to a certain height off the ground. Obviously you can't fly super high or else the sensor can't see the ground anymore. Honestly, when you're using just the bottom sensor, it's more designed for indoors than outdoors. What you want to do if you want to have full control, well, pretty much full control, is you got to turn it into manual mode. You ready? Oh, here we go. Right over here you have a switch. I'm going to switch it from auto to manual. There we go. We're in manual mode. There is no sensor on the bottom. No GPS. It's coming right at me. It is just going with the wind now. Before, with the bottom sensor, the wind was blowing it and the sensor was trying to hold it in position, but now we are full manual. That means I can go as fast as I want. There we go. Whipping by high speed. And let's whip it by again. The problem in manual mode, there's no braking system, so when you release the joysticks, it does not stop. It just keeps on flying. But it is awesome to fly it at this speed. So next thing I want to do is really quick is I want to show you the GPS return to home. I'm going to put it back in auto mode. And I'm going to put a camera on it to show you that. So let me bring it down and land it. And we'll bring it over in front of my cameras here and we'll put it down for a landing. Look how low you can fly this thing. And spin it around and plop it down someplace here. Oh, that's close enough. And then hit your kill switch over here, lock the motors. There we are. And she'll stop. Now let me put a camera on this. All right, so on the side, there's the doors here that move, but I'm just gonna put a camera right on the door down here. So I'll put some alien tape, which is double-sided rubbery tape, and I'll take my Insta360 Go 3, and I will just stick it on the side. You'll see there's a reason for this. It's because I'm gonna fly it someplace where I can't see it anymore, so I have to have a camera on it so I can show you the footage. All right. Now for the flight with the camera, I have it in auto mode, I have it in unlock the motors, and I have it in GPS mode. So here we go. It will easily lift that camera. Let's go on up. There we go. And let's take it forward, and then we'll ram it back towards me so you can see me in the camera. There we go. You should see me in the camera getting closer and closer and closer and closer. And I'll get out of the way. There we go. So here's what I want to show you. I'm going to take it way up. Way up. So now you can see mostly the view out the camera. I can watch it go, and I'm just going to take it away over there. And now I am going to hit return to home. So I just pull this all the way down. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it should go into return to home mode. It's beeping, it's turning, it's coming back, and I'll just follow with my hat cam. We'll see where she lands. It's up in the sun. Coming down, hopefully it doesn't land on my ground camera that I have down here. Let me just pick up the ground camera. Ooh, there we go, that was close. Okay, it should turn off, it should turn off. I'm not touching anything. There we go, it's shutting itself off. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, now the next thing I want to show you is this thing has an inverted mode. You can fly it inverted, except it's very tricky to do. So let me just spin it. You can see I still have my camera on the side over there. So I spin it around, and that'll give you some footage of it, you know, being inverted, hopefully. Let's see if I can get it to work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So to fly it inverted, you have to have it in auto mode that I have up here. You have to have it in GPS mode. And you have a little button over here called mode. You're gonna press that. After you press that, you hear 2 beeps. You're gonna move this to the right and the left. You gotta go up really high. This is the problem. So this is why I have the camera on it. So I'm gonna go up, way up there. Like, I mean, you have to go really high. It's very, very, very tricky. So you press this. There we are, upside down, and let me, ooh, she's a little crazy up there. She doesn't, it's going all over the place. I don't know. You know, it's got to get GPS when it's inverted, so I'm going to do something pretty scary here. I'm going to bring it down so you can see it. So here we go. Bringing it down. I'll spin it, and I'll get the heck out of the way if everything goes south. There we go. So I'm flying inverted here. I do not recommend people, beginners, try this. It is scary because look at it. Look at this thing. You know, you can fly it like a normal heli and everything, and up is still up and down is still down and forward is still forward. All the controls are reversed. But if it loses GPS while upside down, it could be a little scary. So let me just spin around, take it back up, and flick it back into the mode it should be in. Go way up. And I'll bring it forward so you can watch me do it again. Oh, you see what I mean? It's all over the map here. Hang on, I'm just gonna do it really quick. So hold down the mode button, wait for the beeps, and here we go. There we go, she's back to normal. See, the problem is when you fly it upside down, it loses GPS every now and then because it's upside down. So yeah, I would not recommend this for beginners. Now, this drone also has the ability to put an FPV camera on it, and I'll show you that. I'll fly it around FPV. So let me just bring it over here and land it. Coming over, and I'll land it back over by my other cameras. I'll see if I can get it on the landing pad this time. Ooh, the wind's pushing it to the side. Oh well, that's closest we get it right there. Kill the motors. Now, before I fly it FPV, I have to tell you two very important things. Number one is that Sterling Kit only sent me one battery, so I can't do a full review on one battery. So what I've done is I've taken batteries from other helis. So on the bottom I have a white type of battery instead of orange. I think I took this from the Airwolf. Yeah, the Airwolf I recently reviewed. I think this is the same battery. So if you have that heli, it will fit in this heli as well. Second thing is the FPV camera connects with a little screw, and it's included in my kit, at least the kit I have, except I didn't bring a screwdriver, so I can't connect it. So I'm just going to double side tape it on with some alien tape that you can see here. All right, so I have my Fat Shark goggles, FPV goggles. They're analog. They will receive the signal, and I'm going to record the video in the goggles, so it's not going to look very good. So here we go. All right, so I've left the camera on the heli. So you still have the Insta360 camera plus the FPV camera. This FPV camera is not the greatest. It's pretty bad. So when you fly into the sun, it's kind of weird, but I'll see what I can do. Here we go. To be safe, I'm going to unlock the motors, GPS mode, auto, and let's take it on up. I'll just stand back a little bit. You know, technology's great, but I still don't trust it. Anyways, let's take it up. It's in GPS mode, so it should hover right where it is. And then I'm going to spin it around to look at me. And I'll just let it sit over there. And I'm gonna get back down on the ground. I'll come over here to where it took off from, and I'll take off my glasses, and I will put on the goggles and fly it FPV style. There we go. So now you see me. You see, I'm not the greatest of an image down there, but here I can fly over my head. Going over. And I can fly around this way. Going into the sun is not good because, well, you see what it does? The sun doesn't look that good, so let's come back this way. Let's go and look away from the sun. Let's go someplace over here. Let's go up. I don't know. This is the parking lot. This is my Jeep over here. Let's see what the range is on here. So over here, I've got the guys flying planes right down there. See those two cars? I can't look down because there's no gimbal on here. Getting a little bit of interference, and I'll just come back out of the sun. So if you face with the sun behind you, the image looks much better. So here, flying over the trees. There we are. This is all in GPS mode too. So let me just take it out of GPS mode and go into faster mode here, where I can fly it much faster. So let's look down. I'm going to put it in manual mode. So switch on the right, I'm pushing up. And here I'm putting it in manual, and I better take a look because now it's flying all over the place by itself. So now I have all the control I need of it. So I should be able to fly a little bit faster, and I can tilt downward more. So I'm going to go over to the park. This is the splash park. You see I'm going at a good pace. I'm in manual mode. Oh, there's a truck down there. Probably can't make that out, but that's truck. Oh, starting to lose reception. So when that happens, just turn around and come on back. There we go. Or if you want to panic, put it in return to home mode. But there we go. That's FPV mode, baby. It's not the greatest. A lot of people want to get this little FPV camera and put it on these helis, but this is what you get. So let me just come back and land it over here. I'm going to put it in auto mode, GPS, and I'm going to bring it back. I'll try to land it so that... Whoa, that bird almost attacked me there. That bird did not like me. Let's bring it down. There's no cameras looking at the heli at the moment, so let me bring it in an area where maybe a camera will catch it. Well, I don't know. I think the best thing for me to do is just get out of the way. Hang on a sec. Let me stand up with the goggles on. It's going to be a little weird walking backwards. If you've ever walked with goggles, it's kind of strange. All right. And then let's just put it over here. Try to miss the box. And let's see if I can land it with goggles on. I'm just going to go not land on my glasses. But we're down. And now you want to hit that kill switch. I think it went off by itself. But there we go! Here we have the hard case the Huey arrives in. Opening the hard case, you'll find the Huey, the remote, and accessories. First item in the box would be the user manual. Next we have the Huey, and you can see it's extremely scale looking with plenty of detail, and designed after a United States Coast Guard heli. It does have two indicator lights, red and green, as well as a status light. On the bottom you'll find an optical flow sensor and height finder sensor. The cargo doors can be opened. The battery is a 2-cell battery, and it can be charged with the included USB-C cable. The remote is designed for beginner pilots, so the joysticks sit in the middle. The remote does have a color screen that displays number of satellites, height, distance, and speed. And finally, the remote is powered by 4 AA batteries, not included. In the kit you'll find an LED light that once you plug it into the battery, it powers on. You'll also find spare blades and a spare tail prop, as well as a micro Phillips screwdriver. Now, if desired, you can get yourself an FPV camera and transmitter. It plugs into the battery and connects to the bottom of the battery. Here we have the packaging that my FPV camera arrived in. This camera was not included as part of my kit. Alright, so you're back to me, and the first thing I'm going to tell you is the weight of this beast. If you look on the website, pretty much any website, they're going to kind of like tell you that it weighs under 250 grams. Well, that's without the battery. As soon as you add the battery, it's over 250 grams. As you saw in my review, it can fly in windy conditions, and it is pretty powerful because it has a brushless motor up top in the main rotor. And if I look closely at the motor by pulling back one of these cargo doors, you can see inside to the motor. With my eyesight, it looks like it's a 2511 motor at 1200 kV. And it does look like it's direct drive. Then moving to the tail motor, it's also brushless. It's a 1204 motor at 5500 kV. And if you look at these little arms up top that connect to the main rotor shaft, those are attached to servos, and those servos are Metal Gear digital servos. Looking at the entire rotor shaft and the rotor head, you can tell it's made out of CNC metal. Now for batteries, you can order this with 1 battery, 2 batteries, or 3 batteries. They are 2-cell batteries. They will give you about 12 minutes of flight time maximum. And if I look at the back, they are at 1200 milliamp hours. For sensors on this beast, as you saw in the video, it has GPS that you could turn on or off. It's got optical flow and height finder on the bottom as well. It has a barometer inside and altitude hold. The specs say that in GPS mode in level 5 winds, it should be able to hold its position. So if the wind's blowing on it, holding its position just like a DJI drone, it's probably going to be on an angle like this. The includer remote to the heli has a range of 120 meters, that's about 400 feet. And finally, as you saw in the video, this has multiple flight modes. So if you're going to compare this heli to other helis, compare the following flight modes. It has GPS flight mode, it has manual flight mode, it has autonomous flight modes, it has return to home flight mode, it has inverted flight mode, it has optical flow flight mode for indoors. Yes, you can fly this indoors. I didn't show it flying indoors because I don't want to make this video too long. And finally, the kit does come with the light that I showed you up front when I was flying in the start of the video, but the FPV camera does not come with the kit. I only showed you the FPV camera in this review because a lot of people asked for, hey, why don't you fly an FPV? So I showed you with an FPV camera. I asked Sterling Kit if they had the FPV camera. They said yes. They sent it to me. I attached it. You saw the review in flying it. You saw the quality you get flying FPV. You will need to own some analog goggles. Any type of analog FPV goggles will work. and you can fly this FPV and you will get the same results that I received. So now we come to the part of the video where I tell you my negatives and positives. The only negatives I would say for a beginner, if you try that inverted flight mode, well, you see how the sensors are on the bottom? As soon as you flip this upside down, those sensors aren't working anymore because they're looking at the sky. The only thing working is the altitude hold, which tries to keep it in place, and the GPS. And as you saw in my video, when it flips, sometimes it flips and then it goes, whoa, right across the sky. And you have to control it before the GPS kicks back in. So that's a negative because for a beginner, you might move those joysticks all over the place in a panic mode and crash this baby. But other than that, if you're cool, calm, and collective, you'll have no issue. Now for positives, it's 100% designed for beginners. You need negligible skills to fly this. In other words, if you can fly a DJI out of the box, ready to fly beginner drone like a Mavic or anything like that, you can fly this. And for the price, it's not too bad. It's full featured. Not a lot of helis come full featured or with brushless motors with direct drive systems, so this one is full featured. And the final positive is it's very scale looking. Look at it. It looks very scale. You get up close to it, you can get as close as you want. It looks highly detailed. You fly it, it still looks really scale. So with all that said, I'm putting the links below where you can find this on Sterling Kit. You can go check it out, check out their website, check out other helicopters they have, and see if this one or other ones are for you. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have questions on this product, post your questions below and I'll get back to you. But for now, I say thanks for watching. Catch you in a future review. Until then, I say bye.